Afternoon, everybody. I've had a question from a viewer named Faith James. Hello, if you're watching. And the question is as follows. Do you not worry about organic and non-GMO foods? Here in Oregon, we are told to try and eat as much organic and non-GMO as possible. I want to save money on food, but organic is so expensive and my food bill is very high. First of all, thank you so much for your question. It's an excellent question, and I see a lot of YouTube videos and read a lot of things online where people are debating should you eat organic and fresh and blah blah blah. So my take on this is very simple. Eating fresh, organic, non-GMO fruit and veg is kind of the primary way, the sort of apex way of eating your fruit and veg, because it's the cleanest and the healthiest and the best for you. However, there are a lot of factors that for a lot of people, they can't eat organic, fresh, non-GMO fruit and veg. Some people simply don't have it available to them. Some people live in parts of the country, parts of the world where they can't just go and get fresh organic stuff. And also, as you say, organic is very expensive. Now, if you can afford to eat organic, non-GMO, fresh fruit and veg, then that's fantastic. Because as I said, that's the primary aim, to eat as fresh and as clean as possible. But if you can't afford it, or it's not available to you, you have to make do with what is the next best thing. You have to try and get your fruit and veg as fresh and as healthy as possible, but also you have to be able to afford it. There's no point in going shopping and filling your trolley with all organic fruit and veg if you can't afford it, because that makes it unsustainable. So the cost for a lot of people is prohibitive. I buy fresh fruits and veg as much as I can. I don't often buy organic as much as I'd like to, because it is expensive. I mean, I should say one thing, I do try and buy organic potatoes, because I've learnt online and through other people that potatoes are a crop that gets the biggest kind of soaking of pesticides and fertilizers and chemicals. So I do try to buy organic potatoes now. So if you're going fruit and veg shopping and you don't have the money for organic, if you can afford to just buy one organic product, try and get organic potatoes, because they are very heavily sort of soaked in chemical crap that the farmers put in the ground. Anyway, as I was saying, I try to buy as fresh fruit and veg as possible. Sometimes, especially like when I make a homemade pizza, I will buy little cans of tinned pineapple slices to put on my pizza. And I've had people criticise me for doing that and saying, oh, you shouldn't buy canned fruit and canned veg and stuff like that because it's rubbish and it's no good for you and all this stuff. I think that's nonsense, to be honest. Yes, canned fruit and veg is not the optimal way of consuming your fruit and veg, but you know, if that's all you can afford and that's all available to you, then eating canned fruit and veg is better than eating no fruit and veg. I mean, I've actually seen one or two YouTube contributors making videos where they say if you can't get organic fruit and veg, don't eat any fruit and veg at all, which is just the stupidest thing, one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, because eating no fruit and veg because you can't get it organic is idiotic, because it means you're getting absolutely no fruit and veg at all. If you can't get organic, get the next best thing. Get the thing that is available to you, because that's sustainable. Get the fruit and veg that you can afford. If all you can afford is canned fruit and veg, ignore people who say you shouldn't be eating it because it's no good for you. It's still fruit and veg. It might not be the optimal way of consuming fruit and veg, but if that's what you can afford and if that's what's available, then that's what you need to get. You need to ignore some of these people on YouTube who are saying, if you can't eat organic, don't eat it at all. That's idiotic. What good does not eating any fruit and veg do you? Well, it does you no good. Eating fruit and veg that isn't organic, or fruit and veg that comes in a can, it's not as good for you as eating organic, but it's still going to be good for you. It's all very well for some of these people who are making, you know, $10, $20, $30,000 a month on their YouTube channel and their ebooks, saying you should only eat organic fresh veg, and if you don't bother. But they've got tons and tons of money to be able to buy whatever they want. So when it comes to eating fruit and veg, don't get hung up on the non-GMO, don't get hung up on organic. Buy whatever you can afford and whatever is available. Yes, if you can afford non-GMO and organic fruit and veg, then that's the best way of consuming your minerals and your nutrients. But if you can't afford them, get the next best thing, because the next best thing is better than having nothing at all.